Wabians blocking them. So they always blocking each other at every turn. And while they doing this, the old man suffering. All these brothers is suffering. Right? All of them suffering. But everybody is collecting money and out for selfish agendas and selling their products and whatnot and using his image and his likeness, and they capitalizing on his intellectual property. They printing books, but they ain't giving him a cut. They putting books out without giving him a cut. They not sending nothing to him. Only certain people has been sending him the stuff, the whole time. Ain't all of these new people that's coming in that's getting wealthy by reproducing the works of this man. Right? They not doing nothing for him. But every time all I did was say he should have been out and read his release orders into the public domain and got attacked from so many different angles. I don't know who these people is. And then how you gonna work with somebody when you don't know where the infiltrators is, because that's not your camp? Malachi know who all of them is by name, birth date, tribal position. He know them all. He just ain't gonna say nothing right now, because he want to see who's paying attention when the masters is speaking. Are you really listening, or are you going along to get along? Are you trying to trade your slave master and get you a chief so you could be his slave? Don't none of the chiefs want you for a slave. I'm going to tell you that now. We don't like ass kissers because we ain't kissing no ass. We don't want you to do no ass kissing to us because we not finna kiss nobody's ass. That's just the rule. Yep, Mumia Abu Jamal. Look, that was our code. The police killed his partner and whopped Mumia upside the head with that stick. And that's why the other cops say when they pulled up, he was sitting there delirious. He ain't know what was going on, and he was sitting on the curb. The other cop killed his partner. Dirty cops. You know, they don't want you to know that, though. And he used Mumia as the fall guy. That's that New Jersey knockoff, them Canadian geese. That's the side of Shakur, T-neck flip off New Jersey on a Black Girl Magic. I'm ready to come home. Wrap this stuff up. I'm working on it, Asada. I'm working on it. This Malachi thing is heartbreaking, though. For somebody to put that much work in to wake their people up, and the ones that they love the most betray them. That's painful to watch. It's painful to observe, and it's painful to review for the people to know what's going on the land. Like, that's hurtful. Anybody that care about the suffering of others looking at this would be disgusted, ready to puke. It's a whole lot of them we infiltrated. Look, I'm growth and development. I'm under Larry Hoover. I'm trying to give aid and assistance to a fellow comrade in the struggle, Malachi York, and I don't know what that's wild. Yeah, Rashad, he part of the program. See, this why I keep telling y'all, watch the chain reaction. Because what's going to get Rashad out is when the setup come out. How they played that setup to sacrifice him for somebody else to have a music career. And, like, we not going to see this. Right? And so, remember this. Self-sacrifice is the highest form of sacrifice. In order to do the most good, sometimes you got to endure the most suffering. No, there's not two of me. It's just one of me. But I be moving like a team, so people be thinking there's more than one of me, but it's just me. I just be moving like that. And it's the reason why I be trying to avoid public functions as much as possible, because I'm watching how this system move, right? And what we seeing going on, wow. As you talking about, Bobby, you talking about his his son that turned out not to be his? You talking about that baby mama? And the brother said I seen his baby mama get a GoFundMe for 100K. I know that ain't 100 million K. Gotta be 100K. Yeah, that's amazing. Wow. Hey, take me a picture and send it to me on my inbox. That's a receipt. Look, these people is sacrificing people. Using the alchemical law of equivalent exchange, they was using righteous people to sacrifice in order for wicked people to reap the rewards of their wickedness at the expense of the suffering of the righteous. Y'all gotta remember that. But watch the chain reaction. Diddy ain't going down. He's finna expose something. In the chain reaction, one of the people that is going to be exposed gonna blow y'all man. Because we didn't had words. And the sacrifice had to be repeated to find out if it was valid. And show as poop stank. They turned around and tried the same MO. And it didn't work. It didn't work. And the soldier, Big Mama sent in there, her celebrity mirrors WWE Jade Cargill. When you watch her, you see how the girl moving on the spiritual realm. Then you will see why the moves is being made. But you got to put the pieces together from there. I can't tell you everything. But I can give you a clue to let you follow a lead and give you the opportunity to see what I see. And once you begin to see what I see, you will realize that the separation is not even 6 degrees. More like 3. Because somebody was a procurer. And they stole the wrong person's name and they got put on blast on the halls of shame. Now, I'm surprised that this magazine cover story ain't blowed up yet. But remember, everybody that claim to be a reporter is not a reporter. Some people use press passes in order to get access to celebrities in order to do human trafficking. Yep. That baby, that Carter girl. They say that's Tupac's daughter that they kidnapped when she was young in order to traffic her. I don't know if it's true, but yeah, her name Ali Carter, I think. But that's the kind of stuff they do to the chosen heirs. If they know you're a chosen heir, go. If you want to know about Hove, go get that 444 album and listen to it. He telling you something, right? He telling you where the keys at. He telling you 444 mean the angel on the post, right? telling you something. Yeah. That's heartbreaking what that girl been through, but she ain't lying. Everything she said. Oh, well, it wasn't an official COINTELPRO operation. It was a sacrificial industry operation, but it was created years ago, the template by COINTELPRO on the sacrificing of the artists for the other artists. If you want to see, all you got to do is watch how the industry work. They always sacrifice one artist before they inflate another one up in their place. And that's so that they can't outsell the new artists. They also got something that they call shelving, where they take a guy like Rakim or Black Thought and then sign him, and then they'll never let him make an album, but then they'll go put out somebody else that don't have half of the talent or skill set. And then they will put the promotional machine behind them so that you would think that this the best that hip-hop have to offer. No. Brother Jay, go listen to Brother Jay. He's telling you your African root science in song and lyric. Go listen to Rakim. He's telling you the 5% perceptive analysis so you can get their tribe's understanding of the lingo. Go listen to Black Thought, that son of Philly, right? He ain't no average spitter. When you listen to these guys, you got to know that they also code flipping. Hip-hop is old tribal code flipping. If you go to YouTube, type in Gopher Indians underdog, and you're going to see how they made mockery of the rappers, where they had a little Indian on underdog. He's supposed to be rapping, but he's talking about Igadaka Bukadaka Dikabaka Boo. Gibberish. Mumble rap. As it was in the beginning, it always comes back full circle. One thing about them tables, they don't stop turning. And my mama say, turnabout is fair play. If they done it to you first, you got the right to do it back to them. Except you can't start no war. Right? You got artists all over the country with skills, and they promote trash. The artists came out and told us about the industry meeting in 91 when they said they'd take control of the music industry, the rap, and steer what the people is digesting as the music on the drum beat. So they're using the music to turn us against ourselves. So what happened? The evolution of rap happened. The rappers started mumbling. Why did they start mumbling? Because the industry is controlling the narrative, so they can't really give the report they want to give on what's going on in the hood. So they so know to conceal it in mumbles. They even got cartoons about us mumbling. They made cartoons about us mumbling, but they making fun of us, but we think that they just punning us. No big pun intended. Spitting bars. Right? So you got that Puerto Rican prince up there with that rapid fire verbals. And then all of a sudden he just dropped dead. Come on, man. Biggie, a rap phenomenon. Sad affair. But when you look at the controlling hands behind the scenes, no. They similar but different. Rosicrucians And the Templars is different. Templars became known as Vikings, and over here we call them Hell's Angels. Nomads on the land that was given the jurisdiction authority by Big Mama to roam as nomads when they was riding horses. Now they ride steel horses. And when the tribes give the call, you're going to hear these motorcycles rumbling across the land. They coming. They already in treaties with vice lords, with stones, with crips, with bloods. Somebody had to be wise enough to stop the bloodshed, because we was being used to fight against each other. You got to go back to the 70s. You got to go study who was the Weather Underground, right? We don't know this stuff. If you don't know who the Weather Underground is, then you won't even know about the Black Liberation Army. Then you won't ever even understand what Joseph Sinkyu was doing. Then it's going to really confuse you that Charles Manson never told nobody to kill nobody, but they all pinned it on him because he didn't want to start a race war. Right? They've been using us against each other, and the whole time they look like us and they ain't us. That's sad. And only the ones with pale faces that hold key positions in government get to see the real dirty players. And they all get shocked when they get there. They all be surprised. They never thought that the leaders of these secret societies was some crispy, dark, nappy-head, red-eyed Negroes. And when they looking at them, they saying they look like they don't even have a soul. Bobby Hemmett called them human artificial. Then go back to what Bobby Hemmett said. He said, they was it long for that cracker. They was it long for that cracker. They came in with original creation. Right? Look. Charles Manson, Joseph Sinkyu, was trained by the best friend of Jim Jones, who was a CIA MK Ultra trainer, handler. He went into San Quentin in the early 60s. Both Joseph Sinkyu was trained by him and Charles Manson. He told Charles Manson how to use LSD and mushrooms in order to use it as a controlling mechanism by influencing the perception of the youth who's taking these substances. Whereas Joseph Sinkyu was trained in military operations and military control tactics, right? So they using two different MK Ultra methods of control. That's so that they can appear to be trained by two different people, but the same person knew both of them. The original writer of MK Ultra mind control was a guy named Dr. Esther Brooks. Esther Brooks developed a hypnotic technique where one person can be implanted with a message for another person and never know he delivered the message or that he had the message, and the other person say a key word, get the message, say another key word, and the other person don't know he gave it to him. Right? All that's MK Ultra. So they tasked Charles Manson with starting or forming a middle-class urban Caucasian community to rage in this race war against Joseph Sinkyu, who they wanted to go out and recruit members, estranged members of the Panthers and other teenage and college-age brothers who was disenfranchised with the system, and they were supposed to meet in California and LA and fight out between Manson's group and Sinkyu's group. They rose up a couple years apart because Manson got out of prison